fingertips is tingling. But I can only mean one thing. So the United States Army Major, who's also running for Congress, just started a porno. That doesn't even make any sense. Who do I got a phone to get elected around here? United States Army Reserve Major Mike Ickes is running for New York's 10th district.
How far are you willing to go to get attention and win a political office? One man in New York has dropped his clothes and pulled out the fight to make sure you know he is coming, or at least running for office. We're talking about Mike Ickes, who has made a sex tape that you can find right now in Pornhub. He's running against Representative Jerry Madden.
The 10th district is going from a guy who never gets laid to a guy getting laid on camera. The guy that shitted himself to the guy voting porn stars. And the number one issue for Ickes is making sure that sex workers are treated fairly. That we can get rid of the negative stigma when it comes to prostitution.
That's what I'm doing.
Now you might think a politician interested in hookers and prostitution? Geez, haven't heard of that since JFK. But let me tell you something JFK didn't do. He didn't make a porno while running for Congress. And then promote it. I mean, JFK was getting brain pretty publicly, but not the brain that we're talking about. He was definitely getting his mind blown. Hey there, Major, it's UCMJ, not UCBJ. I'm more caught off guard that this dude is an officer. I would think that this is more of an enlistment's doing. Now, you think that I think that this guy should get in trouble? You goddamn right I do. I can't get through one fucking video of me not fucking anything on the internet with hearing some fucking commander call on me and say, take that video down and I'm upset. And this freaking guy, Major Man, gets to just shoot a porno and bone on it and dispense it all across the United States and his voters. And people asking him, hey there, Ickes, what'd you make the video for? Why you posted it? His response was so we can start a conversation. So we can start a conversation about sex working.
That's actually never thought of me on how talk about other issues behind each other and why there's issues besides the
If this dude doesn't get completely reamed out for this, all I'm gonna do is make every video on anything I ever wanted to make it on, screaming at God and everybody, including the president, and just saying, I just wanted to start a conversation about this political issue that I I just want to start a conversation. Now, Major Ickes' Adult Film has hit over 950,000 views on the hop. And I was one of those views, just so I could describe the chaos to you. I wish my eyes had caught fire. Shall we? I'm sure founding fathers will be rolling in their graves, but with the amount of hookers Ben Franklin found, I'm sure he's standing at attention. I'm surprised this guy's still running. They impeached Billy just for getting a Hummer and level to office. This guy looks like General Odierno's unsuccessful awkward twin. I can say a lot more dick jokes, but they all be pretty short. The whole thing can be summed up into 9 minutes of hyper hopping like a rabbit, no money shot. If you're gonna be a politician, you better learn how to fuck one person before you fuck the rest of us. If he was truly a progressive, he would have had an extra fella in there. Made it the devil's three-way. Maybe a trans person, somebody handicapped. Now, let's throw in the whole fucking rainbow and make it an orgy. Now that's sex positivity. All these campaign banners saying, I stand with the little guy. Rings a little different now. I can hardly wait for the election results. Dude, poor guy looked like he was working higher than FEMA during Katrina. Makes you wonder what his idea for the pull-out of Afghanistan would have looked like. All right, up top, get back here. He made me watch it. Over and over. The United States Army Reserve Major Mike Ickes. What is it, kids? It kisses lady bits on porno. That's what he does. Anyway, are we sure this whole thing wasn't leaked from Hunter Biden's laptop? Hey, you, if you want to support the channel, think about buying a shirt in the link below, or check out angry-cops.com. Or if you want to support my Patreon, you can go there. I'm going to be doing things behind the scenes there. Dirty things, clean things, you never know. What else you tell me? See you next time. been a long time since I've heard from angry drill sergeant. Yeah! My drill sergeant text is tingling, but that can only mean one thing. Some dumb private is getting kicked out of the army because he tried to break into basic training? Guess who's back? Back again! Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? It's fucking me. First we got an idiot trying to rob a fucking bunch of children to get out of basic training. Now we got this idiot who's breaking into basic training. Oh, and speaking of dirtbags, do you want to say something before I kick this thing off? And now before we get started, we gotta make me some of that money. Because today's sponsor comes from the fantastic hills of Humboldt County. Because our friends at Canadips with their fantastic tobacco smokeless answer for the video numbers good. Can't wait! Just
what did I do to get?
Canadips.com to get your 30%. And I'll see you next time, Chambers. Alright, that's enough. It's time to kick this thing off.
A lot of people have been asking me what did I do to get kicked out the army. I already know I'm not gonna be able to fit it all in one video, so I'm gonna make a part 1, part 2, part 3.
I can't wait to see this 3-part clown show. Now I'm gonna call it right now that this guy made a boo-boo and brings so much attention. So he's gotta get it detected by telling his story and dragging it out as long as he can so he can get a whole bunch of likes to make his hurt butthole feel a little bit better. Well, you want attention. I'll give you some of that attention. $20 since this guy puts his cash app in this fucking thing.
And I just done so much fuck shit.
Oh, so much, but this is just what you got caught doing? Oh, great. So you just got a stealth record of being a shitbag. Outstanding. Great. What a wonderful resume you're putting out for the world. What a shining example of the Army values. You better not put this bullshit on somebody else's shoulders. Oh, I bet you will. But you better not. You already stated you've done all this fuck shit.
And I just done so much fuck shit.
Whoa.
But before I tell the story, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of background. I graduated from Fort Lee, AIT down in Virginia, but I got stationed in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. So that's only like a 2-hour drive, you see what I'm saying? So one day I get the wise idea to just let I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna drive back down to Fort Lee and sell fakes. That's where the money at.
Your plan was to buy a bunch of vapes and then go to basic training and sell them to trainees. Your brilliant plan is to fuck with Tradoc.
There it is. That's a fucking mistake.
Drill sergeants don't fuck with Tradoc.
Selling fakes is where the real money at. You know what I mean? Right out of Fort Lee, hop out in PTs. You feel me? Hop out in PTs. Act like I'm a trainee, put a camelback on, put a mask on, you know.
You wore PTs and dressed up like a trainee? Oh, I'd fucking murder you. I'd fucking murder you.
Big ass bag of fakes. You feel me? Just selling.
You dressed up like a trainee and just like you slip in? Oh, because we don't do accountability formations and find out we got one more extra dude in formation with a fucking backpack of strawberry cloud bullshit that we can smell? You must be fucking high.
Around and got caught by one of my old drill sergeants.
Great plan. I see you really thought this fucking one out, genius.
Oh my God. He say, Zach, ain't you at Bragg?
Yes! Oh, you thought you were so slick with your idea. You went back to your same fucking company you graduated basic training from like a month or two prior. You think your drill sergeants just wouldn't notice that the fucking guy that ain't supposed to be here no more just showed up? Just fucking showed up and everything's okay? Idiots.
He said it, I ain't gonna lie. My heart pounded, no count. My heart was so stupid because I got caught up because I had earrings in and PTs. That's how I got caught.
We can tell when one of your buttons isn't buttoned on your fucking trousers, but a whole new soldier just popping in from before. As if this kid is brain dead. Been holding his breath ever since the gas chamber. There's no oxygen getting up here. You can't fool one of us. Earrings? Yeah, that's right. The small things fucked you over because we notice all the small things. Your pockets, your fucking ID tags. You better be standing in formation with the fucking shave, and we know the difference between shaving last night, you do it that fucking morning. We nitpick the smaller things because the small things lead fucking challenges. Huh? Seems like there could be an analogy there for your small fuck-ups and your major fuck-up of your goddamn career.
He's like, is that total voodoo? I'm like, shit, yeah. Then they started asking me questions. Eventually, I'm like, man, fuck that. Take our running over here.
You ran from a drill sergeant? Nah. You're just gonna die tired, idiot. And if you think there's just one drill sergeant, all we have to do is vehicle call to our buddies down to the next company, and there's a fucking swarm of us. Oh, wait.
Before I continue on with the story, I'm gonna put some things up real quick because we got some people making fake accusations on me. I never sold weed, I had never smoked weed, I had never sell weed. I don't even know what it smell like.
Michael's lowest price of the season sale is going on now. Get up to 60% off thousands of items. Shop 70% off spring stems and 60% off spring floor.
You don't even know what it smells like. Listen, dummy. Don't shit in my cereal and tell me that it's a chocolate log. Okay? Give me a little bit more respect than this fucking bullshit. I don't even know what it fucking smells like. Okay. Okay.
I don't even know what it smell like. Remember?
The fucking head of the People's Republic of Integrity is telling me that he's being 100% honest, never smelled weed before. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'll take that at face value.
Really, at the feedback. Like, I had no business being there. Like I said, I ran into my old drill, so I just want to take out running. Before I took out running, they asked me a couple questions. They was asking me what company I'm in. I told them my old company, Echo 832nd. How many that was? He was Echo 832nd drill sergeant.
You set your own BCT company? Let me tell you why that's so fucking stupid. No private stays or works in their battalion that they graduated BCT from. Like, ever.
I know I'm fast, so if I run, they can't catch me. I hit the corner, and I'm gone. Boom, 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 boom. I made it to like the first smoke pit. Out of nowhere, one of the drill sergeants say, "Hey, stop that guy!" So we started running up, trying to tackle me and shit. Like, they ended up catching me.
This guy's such an idiot. His baby idea of making a little extra coin just started off as a dumpster abortion. Look, that's it. Like, oh, let's go, gaga. This is a good plump thud. Dong. The empty fucking sound of meat hitting the inside of a dumpster. That is your beautiful idea to make some extra coin.
Once they catch me, all the NCOs run up and gather around me. And they like, what's in your bag? Oh, they don't buy my things on the floor. They like, where you from? Like, you not from here. Where you from? Tell them where I'm from. And take my cat, they take my phone, and they call the police. They even took a picture of me.
That fucking mugshot! Look at that fucking mugshot he's got. Out of breath, looking dusty, because you just got tackled in the mud, looking like your dick just got smacked. Oh, it's the saddest thing ever. Oh, I love it. I bet you they fucking took that photo and put it everywhere in the fucking company, battalion, post area to make sure you never get back on again. Foreshadowing. Oh, and remember that because this guy wants you to think that he's a fucking business genius out here just selling things. That's where the money's at, man.
That's where the money at.
That's where the fucking money's at.
That's where the money at.
Yeah, but he's a businessman.
That's where the money at.
I'm so good at business even though I got fucking caught and I'm still kind of bragging about how smart my idea was even though it's fucking Bob.
That's where the money at. Police came, they seen I ain't have nothing illegal on me, so they let me go. Long story short, I drew back to Fort Bragg. I had to sign it to battalion, and I picked up my second Article 15.
Whoa. Second Article 15. You haven't been on a BCT more than a couple months, and this is your second Article 15? Oh, I gotta hear about this first one. Yeah, Clyde, this fucking military life ain't for you. You are filled up on fuck-up fuel. There it is. You just get out of basic training. You got 2 Article 15s already. And you decide and you're a brilliant businessman.
That's where the money at.
That you're gonna go back to BCT land and do the same fucking thing. Oh, he's a genius, everybody. He's right. So business fucking savvy.
That's where the money at. All right, everybody, I know y'all can wait on part 3 of how I got kicked out the Army. So I posted it on my backup account, Kari_Knock.
Oh, my backup account. This is the new way I'm gonna make money. No, I don't know what the fuck
had got caught selling vapes the first time, I went back to Fort Lee for a second time to sell vapes. Again, one of these, yes. Stupid shit. This time I wasn't alone. I had one of my mans with me, so you can say I had an accomplice.
This is why you're not allowed in the fucking army, because you're so good at fucking up that it's contagious. I can already see the conversation of you talking your boy into this. Nah, man, it's all good. They caught me once. They couldn't possibly catch me again.
So like I said, I drove that down to Fort Lee. I'm not gonna lie, something felt weird about this day. My ex called me, she bad luck.
You are bad luck. Don't you pawn this off on anybody else. You are filled with bad ideas. And the unfortunate thing is, they're kind of good ideas. They're just executed horrifically. A hamster with half of a frontal lobe could have done a better job.
I got to the shotgun on Orleans Island and I'm just chilling in my car. Before I could sell the vape, the drill sergeant was already at my car. Shit, so what happened was one of the trainees told the drill sergeants that we were there to sell vapes.
Oh yeah, well that's the brilliance of basic training. Is another trainee heard and probably saw how fucked up you and all the other trainees that wanted to buy them vapes got. Oh, he saw that and said, no, for me. Oh, and did you forget about this? Your malingering mugshot that was plastered probably everywhere on post? Huh? The one that's got you looking like a Chop El Chapo? The Bin Laden, a bad line? A dumb-dumber?
The drill sergeant came up to the car, you know, of course he's gonna be asking questions and stuff, like, he asked me anything about vapes, you know, of course I said no.
Oh, no shit! I wonder what could possibly have made him suspicious. As if the whole fucking post isn't already on high alert from your bullshit.
At this point in time, I just wanted to leave, but the drill sergeant had different plans. In my car in reverse. So as I'm backing up, just wanting to leave, the drill sergeant get behind my car, and he talking about I hit him.
This motherfucker didn't just run over a drill sergeant with his car.
So now, drill sergeant calls the police, and since he claiming that I hit him with my car, now it's a hit and run.
You know, drill sergeant, popped right back up, got on the phone with the MPs, and ran down that fucking car like the goddamn Terminator.
The future is worth fighting for, because our nation is worth believing in. Together, we answer America's call to win. We are Marines. We were made for this.
Yeah, and I'm just like, okay, so how does this 61-year-old guy run circles around guys like me in the mid-30s? Well, he's definitely not cheating with dangerous injections or pills. So,
And I just want to chill out and just chill, just lay low real quick.
He just wants to chill, as one does. After vehicular assault, violating a shit ton of UCMJ, and the highly inappropriate contact with trainees for a second time.
Now we're off on this island. My man is insisting to me that he drives. I guess he thought he a better driver than me.
Uh-huh. Your car that you drove for 2 hours to get on post, that you ran a drill sergeant over with. You're just gonna let it off to your boy now. Oh yeah, now it's the time. It's his idea. And because that switch totally happened.
The military policeman gets behind us, and this man did not stop the vehicle at all. The bullshit a lot. I did not intend on going on a high-speed chase. I am not about that life. I swear to God, I was going with the police behind us.
That's when the chase happened. That's when they switched seats. Fuck me.
They behind us, and we're still on post. The police are following us off post. So this lasted from on post to off post. Got behind us. That's when he eventually stopped the vehicle. And guess what he asked me to do?
Don't you say you didn't make that same fucking mistake you made your entire pathetic shit career and think that you're so smart and everybody's just so fucking stupid.
He asked me to swap seats with him. But you must be crazy. Like, what, bro? There's no way, bro. You said was on a high-speed chase and now you don't want to own it.
You dickhead. Oh, yeah, I believe you. I totally believe you. The entire car chase was just your boy, and then you switch seats. You just fucking switch seats after a car chase. Right, because I'm I don't. And fucking he thinks we never saw an episode of Cops and saw this fucking bullshit excuse before.
You want to hear what happens next? You gotta like the video for part 4.
Like for what? Get out. Because you can't make it 2 years without all this shit happening. And there's even all that shit, remember? Remember when you said,
I done done so much fuck shit.
here's why you don't belong. You don't respect authority. Fuck authority. Fuck you, Lieutenant, walking in on you when you're doing TikTok.
To just let the LT came in the room. Really already know you like, alright.
Fuck the drill sergeants. Fuck all the rules. And 2, you don't even learn from your mistakes. You just do them over and over again. Like some baby that's been getting beaten in its soft fucking skull and can't say more than one word. You're the criminal equivalent of a fucking Scooby-Doo episode. Well, righty. There's a woman over there being fucking stupid. Like Zoid Scoob. He's got a bunch of things.
That's where the money at.
You can't tell me that this fucking idiot, later on down the line, will end up getting somebody fucking killed because he just wanted to do his own fucking thing and not do the right thing, or became some sort of fucking shark violation, and showing your early retirement and your dishonorable discharge, which is what your mother nicknamed you after your father left. Lee done yet? All right, listen here, my little Shannon. You're still making TikToks in your very beautiful. So I think you might have just shamed everybody into thinking you got kicked out when you just got busted down to even and are doing a little bit of extra duty. So let me share a little bit of Shannon advice for you. Keep your nose clean for a little while. And for gosh sakes, just because you got a good idea doesn't mean nobody's gonna see through it. Create a backup plan and stay away from the totally illegal plans that you ain't supposed to do. And don't forget, sham out, Pratt. Sham on. Yeah! Oh my God. Never gets easier. Oh, by the way, I got new shit. Hello. Now, before we get started, shit. You shit all over your own dick. I don't know how it's possible. Probably hung yourself upside down and then shit on your own dick. The United States Army has a brand new aircraft that is supposed to be replacing 2,000 Blackhawks. Now you might be saying, wow, this is going to be some amazing state-of-the-art next-level aircraft that is going to be taking on the workload of a Blackhawk. What's this thing, a flying saucer? How new is this? What type of cool new doodads are going off this thing? It's got to be something no one's ever seen before. The winner of the Army's contract to replace so many Blackhawks and later on down the road the Apache attack helicopter is the V-280 Valor. Now you might be saying to yourself, that airframe looks oddly familiar. And that's because out of the 2 companies that combined to make this, one of them created the Osprey. Which, when that first came around, everybody was excited about until the amount of crashes that happened and dozens of Marines that died while on board these Ospreys. Let's get into that and break down this thing. Let's break down this aircraft. But before I do, listen to this. Raid Shadow Legends! With over 80 million downloads and players all across the world, you can take on the tons of awesome boss battles and one-on-one real players in Teleria. With over 650 unique champions, you'll never get bored. Raid Shadow Legends has another trick up their sleeve because they're bringing in the legendary MMA and now professional wrestling star Ronda Rousey. Born to a minor bannerlord, Ronda trained hard with her 7 brothers to become a formidable foe-end warrior. Ronda's true potential became obvious as she took on foe after foe with her bare hands. There was plenty of kicking ass and taking names as she became queen of the arena. And you can get Ronda for free right now, and that's for all new and old players. Just log into Raid for 7 days between now and February 20th, and she's all yours. And to celebrate Ronda's arrival in Raid, all you have to use is code RAIDRONDA, and you can get a whole bunch of helpful stuff like a 3-day 100 XP bonus, 500,000 silver, and 5 energy refills. Perfect for leveling up Ronda and keeping her on top of her game. Just make sure to enter Raid Ronda to get those goodies for yourself. And if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can get your exclusive rewards in Raid right now. But if you haven't played Raid yet, all you have to do is click the link below or scan the QR code in the corner, and you can get unique bonuses worth up to $30 for free. We're talking a free epic champion, Burgess, 200,000 silver, 1 energy refill, and 1 XP boost with 1 ancient shard. So you can summon awesome champions as soon as you get in game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here and available for 30 days, but for new players only. Just click the link in the description or scan the QR code. After having a lot of companies dump a ton of money into research and development, the Army sided with 2 companies for the future of Army aviation. Bell and Lockheed Martin's V-280 Valor, looking like an Osprey in a shitty G5 from a rap song, had a baby. And the other is Sikorsky and Boeing's Defiant X, looking like that shitty 2-rotor helicopter toy that everybody was getting for Christmas like 8 years ago. One of the prerequisites is that both of these aircraft were supposed to fit in the footprint of a UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter. Now the Defiant definitely did. But the Valor is about 30 feet wider.
Wherever the road takes you, Chevy is ready to drive you forward. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology, every path leads to new possibilities. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
You know what? It didn't start with a big bang. It started with a round pipe hit, and then 1,000 of them, day in, day out. But then, he changed everything. He gave us purpose, a choice. Dig in the dust, or dig our way out of hell. Play Hell's Obby. Now only on Roblox. Claim free Robux. Only in Opera GX.
30 feet wider. And we're talking about footprints. That's like Shaq trying to fit into one of my shoes. I'm not gonna lie, at first I was kind of impressed. Okay, a newer, sleeker version of the Osprey, hopefully with a lot less problems. And this futuristic, cool-looking dual-rotor helicopter. Now, you might think this competition was nose to nose, where one faltered, the other might succeed, and vice versa. A large aviation game of seesaw. I do this better than him, but he does this better than me. But in reality, what happened was the perfect definition of military grade. Because the competition between the Valor and the Defiant, if you even want to call it a competition, started off with the Defiant crashing on one of its initial test flights back in 2017. And although they wanted to do another flight in 2018, they couldn't because it was still super fucking bad. The main issue with the Defiant being powertrain. That's like your car not working because the engine and transmission don't fucking do shit. So for 2 years, the purpose of the Defiant X was to sit absolutely stationary like a fucking World War II tank or Vietnam-era helicopter in front of a VFW until Sikorsky and Boeing finally figured out that the engine and transmission need to work together in order for the thing to fucking move. It took 2 years, 2017 to 2019, for the Defiant to fly again, defying the laws of gravity, and begin the competition between itself and the V-280 Valor. Let's touch on some numbers. The V-280 Valor, which a lot of people are having issue with the name Valor, because it hasn't really proven itself yet, is supposed to replace 2,000, not the entire fleet, but 2,000 UH-60 Blackhawks, the aviation workhorse of the Army. And that's supposed to get done by 2030? 7 years from now? 2,000 made? What's the math on that? What's 2,000 divided by 7? We got, it's 14. We got 4 numbers. 14, we got 60. 56 is what? 8? 8 to 7 is 56. We got 4 after that. 35 is 5. So 285. That's 285 a year. That's 2 every 3 days. Oh man, if I was a betting man, and I most certainly am, I would bet my fucking house, my crack house, that shit ain't getting even close to 3/4 fulfilled by 2030. Not to mention, about 1,200 Apache attack helicopters are supposed to be replaced by this as well. That's a tall order. Oh, what are the problems, you ask? Allow me to explain. Now, the odds of this possibly happening in some sort of theater overseas, I couldn't really think of one, but the Osprey here, similar in style to the V-280 Valor, has a lot of issues with its engine and turbines getting gunked up with, what was the word again? Oh, sand and dust. Do these people think we're never going to be back in the Middle East or a fucking beach? The big brother to the V-280 is also sidelined and temporarily grounded in the Air Force. And not just like one frame, the entire fleet, because there's an issue with the clutch skipping and putting too much torque in one rotor and not enough in the other, and finally jerking the shit out of the fucking aircraft for a couple seconds, and then finally like evening out and being okay. That's the Air Force for you. There's an issue, let's set it down. The Marines, on the other hand, are like, we've already taught our pilots to deal with that, so we're gonna keep on flying it. They're good. Did I happen to mention that the overwhelming majority of deaths in Ospreys were Marines during its first several years? You'll wonder fucking why. But what if the Valor's fine? Bell and Lockheed Martin learned from all the mistakes done in the Osprey, updated, corrected, and fixed it all, and placed it in a smaller, more agile frame. Let's look at the numbers and see how it stacks up against our favorite, the UH-60 Blackhawk. In top speed, the Valor is 350 miles an hour, 305 knots, while the Blackhawk is 183 miles an hour at 159 knots. At combat ranges, the Valor can go between 580 and 900 miles, while the Blackhawk is limited to 370. Outside of combat, the Valor can ferry 2,400 miles before needing fuel. For capacity, the Valor can hold 14 troops, while the Blackhawk is at 11. And when hauling cargo, the Blackhawk can hold 9,000 pounds. And although the Valor has not had a specific weight put out yet, it's estimated to be well over that. They stacked up. It seems like the Valor, on paper, looks really, really good. But these are just numbers, words on paper, analytics and such. What about actions, deeds, right? What about putting some Joes in this aircraft, flying around on missions, really testing it out, shooting missiles and oh, there is? There's a single video of that all happening and we can watch it together right now?
You go to school twice today, Ralph. Not this time, Jack. Yeah.
I did smoky yesterday.
Yeah, that's because I was on support the whole time.
Just another mission.
Yeah, just another mission.
What did Sugar have to do with this aircraft?
Oh, dude, check it out. I downloaded the new expansion pack last night.
FBL?
Yeah.
Sweet, future vertical lift.
Super fast, can fly like forever, and carry on with anything.
Kids don't know what the fuck that is. FBL? SFD? We used to type 80,000 and 82 just so we could giggle at boobs on calculators. We didn't know what the fuck future forward landed bullshit acronyms were.
Flies like an airplane, and hunted like a helicopter.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to fly this bad boy.
Oh, me too.
Gonna get high and hot today.
Yeah, the 2 says the target is a C2 compound on the border, well defended.
Oh, C2, that's almost as explosive as C4. When is the flying going to happen?
We got a new mission. Agreed? Roger that, sir. It's supposed to be 100 degrees today. Over what, 6,000 feet? Got it, bro. Back when I was a platoon sergeant, a mission like that was, well, it just wasn't possible. Not anymore. We can get up there, do what we gotta do, and then go out and do it again.
Alright, well, so then fucking show us. Stop talking about it and be about it. What if I'm getting fucking blue balls just trying to watch this plane take off?
We can go out back more than 250 nautical miles with still hover and support your mission, even at that altitude. Well, that, sir.
Who would have that, sir? I'm not saying that soldiers can't be actors. But if a fucking soldier ever said that in reality, you would know he's a Russian spy.
Well, that, sir. Okay, I'll be back on the flight line in 2102.
Is this CGI? Is this how we get flight contracts in the Army? We use 2013 CGI? Not the actual plane itself to fly around and show how capable it is? These guys are just sitting in a fucking chair with a dark background. They're not even in the actual cockpit of this plane.
I got a style mission offering leaving on the MFD.
Holy shit. Listen, Avatar was made in 2009. You're telling me, one, you couldn't put a real fucking plane in this video, and two, you gotta use CGI from Windows Express 2004?
UAV confirms the target is active with somewhere between 15 and 30 well-armed intermediate fighters.
He had an iPad. He had an iPad in his combat zone. Good luck. That's the most unbelievable shit.
They do not know we are coming. First platoon will set up a blocking position here. Third will go in and hit the target from here and here.
You must have downloaded the Blue Force tracker app on that sumbitch. You know the apps don't have that.
What? Oh, that's target identified. On guns. Target moving.
I couldn't find a video of its weapons demo. The Army went with something that we haven't actually seen its weapon capabilities yet. Just a fucking PowerPoint of what it could have.
Armored vehicle in the open.
What in the name of RoboCop is that weapons drop down?
Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month. Deal ends Friday, April 11th.
I would probably have had kidney failure if it was not for medication.
The whole video is this shitty. It's all bunch of guys running around a green screen, going up steps covered by a green screen to put in the shittiest CGI version of a plane that they have. Now, I will say that that video is 9 years old, but that is the only combat or training footage I can actually find on the V-280 Valor, which, if it's anything like the CGI drop-down RoboCop missile scene we just saw, I am not expecting much. I'm half expecting this aircraft frame to be to the United States Army Aviation Command's the ACU pattern to camouflage. I mean, how many times do people try to get rid of the A-10 Warthog just to have it come right back? Because it's so good at doing its job. Hey, Army, you can't have everything be a multitasker. Now, I'm not saying that UH-60 Blackhawk doesn't need to be upgraded or that we can't transition to some new fangled future flying mobile. I'm all about upgrading the military. But let's make sure we do it right and not just for the sake of upgrading something. All right. I'll see you next time, Chris. Oh, and if you want Angry Cops gear, Black Friday. Use the code Black Friday. You get 20% off the entire store until Christmas. Merry Christmas. 20% off. Angry cops, everything. Old Black Friday.
Has a friend ever told you a story that is just too insane to be true? Well, buckle up, because this is one of those stories. It's insane, and unfortunately, very true. Because what starts out as a story of two you know, they say everything on the internet lasts forever, and boy, that sure is true. Because while I was researching and looking into an upcoming story that I'll be sharing with you, I stumbled upon, well, something that just tickled my fancy. That happened a little while ago, but I had never seen before. And well, why wouldn't I share it with you? It has to do with people breaking onto military posts and the dumb things that they did and that people missed. So why wouldn't I touch on it? Especially if it allows me to pick on the Air Force and security forces, especially. So join me today as I talk to you about a guy that we'll call Jerry, who was able to slip through security at Andrews Air Force Base, drive around for hours, walk onto the flight line, and board an aircraft until security forces got to him. And when asked why, Jerry, why would you do it? His response is, well, I was just a girl. To which my response would be, to where, Jerry? Syria? Iraq? Who's breaking into a military post and then jumping on a jet from there to somewhere nice? Well, it is an Air Force post, so you got me there. What kind of free vacation publishers clearinghouse BS did he think he was? And I'm telling you, after a word from this video sponsor, the NFL season is finally here, and my partner Underdog Fantasy wants to make it a lot more so. Join the millions of fans that joined and played on Underdog last year, and with their pay-per-view, you could be making money by making sports picks. It's time to make your projections turn into cash by picking higher or lower on player stats, like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and so much more. Make entries of all NFL picks or mix and match across your favorite sports. You could win up to 1,000 times if you win. Underdogs is available in 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and Canada, eh? Here are my picks for NFL Week 1. Josh Allen getting at least 2 passing touchdowns and 1 running touchdown. Go down, baby! Underdog has a Travis Kelce free pick for all customers live. Underdog also has a Thursday 30 pick for all customers this